Football, you are sometimes a joke. Literally a joke. The best players ceremony has just taken place, and to put it bluntly, it's full of crap. It's such BS. Football is a sport we all love, yet the glitz and glamour side of it when these award ceremonies take place, they're just full of shit. They are just rubbish. They are so bad. So, if you guys don't know, the award ceremony took place and there were 3 players to potentially win the Best Player award. And to be honest, I thought it was pretty fair. I think either option of probably more so Van Dijk or Messi to win, I would have been fine with. Messi was fantastic. I mean, you can see the stats there, guys. He was phenomenal, obviously. And you could have really agreed that Virgil van Dijk could have won as well, winning the Champions League, playing well, being one of the best players in the world, obviously, for the entire campaign. He was phenomenal as well. Ronaldo was obviously great again, but for me, I'd say Virgil and Lionel Messi were ahead of Ronaldo. But Messi won, so I was like, you know what? I'm okay with that. That's fine. However, it took a fast turn for the worst, where you saw 3 Real Madrid players in the top 11 best players of the whole year awards. How the hell is Marcelo the best left back in the world? They need to rethink how they do this voting. This voting is full of crap and it pisses me off because there were at least 5 left backs who were better than Marcelo. There's no way Luka Modric was the same Ballon d'Or level player from winning the Champions League. He was no way that good last season. Real Madrid were a shambles of themselves last season, so much so they spent a fortune in the transfer window. I mean, Ramos was nowhere near as good. I wouldn't put him in the top even maybe 5 centre-backs last season. It's just a shit show. This is actually so annoying that players who have been fantastic, who deserve recognition, are not in this list. Koulibaly, for God's sake, potentially could have been in the top 11. That guy is phenomenal for Napoli. He's brilliant. So here is the official player rankings for the apparent best players in the world. Even EA's rating system is better than this. Guys, look at this. So they are the 11 best players according to the FIFA award. The issue they've got is players are being biased. Well, some are. Players like Van Dijk, to be fair, did have Messi ahead of Salah and Mane. Ronaldo didn't have Messi in his top 3. He had De Ligt as winning. I think they had De Ligt as the best player. So it goes to show why they need to redo it. It's just terrible. It's honestly so bad. So Alisson, number 1, I'd say for me it was out of Alisson and Ter Stegen. Either one for me could have won. I wouldn't have put De Gea at 3. I would have gone Ederson number 3. Maybe even Oblak number 3 or number 2. So Van Dijk was probably by far the best centre-back in the last season. Ramos number 2, Marcelo number 3. De Ligt was fantastic for Ajax. Dani Alves number 5. Now this is where I am so triggered beyond belief. Before we get into that, De Jong number 1 there, Modric number 2 is a joke. Hazard 3 shouldn't even be really a midfielder. Where is Bernardo Silva in that list? I honestly don't understand this list. I'm actually just beyond belief. How Cruz is only 1 place behind Kevin De Bruyne, I do not know. Messi, Ronaldo, Mbappe. People say Mane could have got ahead of Ronaldo. Thoughts on that, guy? Salah, number 5. Neymar, 6. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So this is the team in FIFA, guys, if you want to see it for yourselves there as well. Modric, obviously, Marcelo. I cannot believe Marcelo is in this list. So the biggest issue for me is the fact that Marcelo is the left back when there were at least 5 left backs who were better. Obviously, Trent and Robbo were both omitted from this list. That is ridiculous as well. They both deserve, for me, in my opinion, and I'm trying my best not to be biased. I'm being just honest with you guys. At least one of them deserved a spot, and this is why. So there for me were 5 left backs that deserved a spot ahead of Marcelo. Marcelo was pretty bad last season, in my opinion. I think for his ability, I think he was probably at about 3 out of 10 last season. And honestly, I think if you're a Real Madrid fan, you'll probably agree. I would firstly say that that's Marcelo's stats right there. So Marcelo last season played 34 games, got himself 3 goals, 6 assists. Not bad stats, right? For himself, though, that's way below his usual level. And Real Madrid defensively let in 71 goals as well. They weren't very good at all. There's no way he deserves a spot. I'm so passionate about this, guys, because it's pissing me off. So, you can tell I'm annoyed because I'm freaking swearing. So, Tagliafico, for example, and it's not all about stats, I know that, but in terms of ability, in terms of playmaking, in terms of defending, he was sublime for Ajax. Tagliafico got 6 goals and 6 assists in 46 games, was instrumental in their brilliant Champions League campaign. Next up, we have Jordi Alba, was better than Marcelo. He got 17 assists in 54 games, 3 goals, and going forward was always very strong for Barca. It was much better than Marcelo. We then have, Andy Robertson there, guys, who got himself 13 assists. 13 assists. Was fantastic for us. Was one of our best players the entire Champions League and Premier League campaign. He's one of our best players. He was sensational. 10 out of 10 for all these left backs except for Marcelo. Then we have Trent, who got himself a goal and 16 assists in all competitions. He was magnificent as well. Guys, how do the FIFA Awards, how are they allowed to run their rankings like this? This is an utter shit show. 3 Real Madrid players when they were awful for Real Madrid standards last season. How is Hazard a midfielder? Hazard deserved potentially a spot, but I think for me, I'd say Mbappe was better. Even so, I can't get over how Ramos, Marcelo, and Modric are in this list. How, in God's name, in the FIFA defender rankings, is Thiago Silva ahead of Koulibaly? How is Dani Alves ahead of Koulibaly? How is Koulibaly not in the top 10 defender list? What is this? Actually, what is this? It's absolutely horrific. They've got to change this. It's full of crap. You can't have a system where it's called the FIFA Best Player Rankings, where the best players aren't even essentially on the list. How was Marcelo better than Andy Robertson? How was Marcelo better than Tagliafico? Newsflash, he wasn't. Oh my God. Guys, in your opinion, vote in the comments down below. What was your official top players of the season? Go in a 1 to 11 order. I will comment down below as well with mine. 1 to 11. Obviously go from 1 being goalkeeper, then have 4 defenders, 3 midfielders, 3 forwards. I'll tell you mine now as well. I'd have gone with Alisson. Van Dijk, obviously. To be fair, Ter Stegen may have been my number 1 choice, but that's tricky. I would have gone with Ter Stegen or Alisson. Van Dijk, De Ligt, Robertson, Trent. That would have been my list right there. Koulibaly was very close in my list. I think he's world class. Midfielders, I would have gone with... It's not actually that easy. I'd have gone with De Jong for his Ajax campaign. De Bruyne, hold on. Bernardo Silva was amazing. Oh, this is tough. You know what? I'm going to comment. I can't do this right now. I need to figure it out because I'm so precise with it. I wouldn't have put Hazard in, though. I wouldn't have had Kante in there. I think it probably would have been De Bruyne or Bernardo Silva. I thought Bernardo Silva was brilliant. Forwards would have gone Messi, probably Mane, Mbappe, or Ronaldo. It's really tough. But the fact that I'm not even going near any Real Madrid players, guys, is telling. I mean, I thought Busquets was really good for Barca last season as well. I mean, it's so tricky, but you cannot include players who shouldn't even be in the top 10 for their performances, man. Thoughts though on this, guys? Comment down below. Leave a like for more, subscribe, and I'll see you later.